Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's begin for today's communication class. Okay, so I hope that all you people are doing well and working on your English communication. Basically, we all need to understand that this is a language, and when we wanted to learn any language, we need to focus on lots of language skills, that is LSRW. Okay, and here for improving English also, you people have to keep listening, you people have to keep reading. Important is that you people should work on these two skills, and sometimes writing also. While writing, you just take care that you're writing something creative. Your writing does not mean that you have to write assignments and all those write up of your study. That is not writing in English. Okay, and more important is that you people have to focus on oral communication, speaking English. So just think that how much time do you spend in oral communication. If you're not spending any time in oral communication, you are going to be into trouble, because your listening will be okay, your reading and writing is also okay, but when it comes up oral communication, when you want to speak something, that time your confidence will not be there. You'll find that your grammar is poor, and you're not able to express your thoughts and ideas properly. So that difficulty many of the students they face when they're in final year. So here is my kind suggestion, that why shouldn't we people start working on it since our first year. So immediately right now you people are just keep working on it, and maybe up to this semester or maybe next semester in second year, all students should be in position to speak English in a better way. There should be more fluency, and you people are able to express your thoughts and ideas. And for that, learning a language is not a short-term process, so that you can just finish it within, let's say, 1 month or 2 months, but rather than it is ongoing process. So you keep learning every day. We are adding something new, new vocabulary, new, maybe listening any video, any phrases, any sentences, or it can be through reading. But very important that we are not practicing our oral communication. So here you people should create lots of opportunities to speak in English. So whenever you get an opportunity to speak in English, you people have to grab this opportunity and express your thoughts for that particular reason. And it may be sometimes you can make mistakes there. It is not always you're speaking fluent. You are going to hesitate there. You're going to sometimes stuck there. You're not going to find words there, proper sentences there, and structures there. But let it be, still you people have to continue to express your thoughts and ideas. And so therefore we are learning tenses. The main purpose is that we people need to understand how we can make sentences with the help of tense. At least we should be in position to just use them as far as what purpose we are going to communicate with. Okay, so with this primary intention of learning tense, we people will start to continue with our next part of tense. If you remember, in previous session, we people have done with present tense, we have finished. Okay, and here past tense we people begin. Simple past also we people have done with. Okay, and now we are expecting to go to the next past continuous. I think that we were at past continuous tense, that we are about to discuss it here. So before going to discuss that, just let me know if my voice is clear to all of you and you are able to see the whiteboard also. So is it audible and visible properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's continue. So let's begin with past continuous tense. Okay. So I would like to just tell you people that you people should join within first 5 minutes. You know that throughout the lecture, students keep joining, and it is a kind of distraction for me. So first 5 minutes I will wait, but after 5 minutes I may not allow anybody. So take note of it. Let me know which font color you would like to have. Is it okay to have black, or should I change it to red?
Is it
Black
okay,
is okay.
sir?
Black is okay, all right. So past continuous tense, we people have studied present continuous, all right. So here you people can just try to compare present continuous tense and past continuous tense, so that you can understand how and when we people can use both the tenses. In present continuous tense, what we people have studied? We people have studied it like when we want to describe some actions which are going on, which are in progress, which are continuous, these actions at this moment, ongoing, okay, continuous progressive actions we people have described in present continuous. But in case of past continuous, here also you'll come to know that actions are continuous, but they are in the past, okay. So what we people have to understand, एखादी क्रिया ही भूतकाळामध्ये सुरू होती असं सांगायचं. In present tense, you'll come to know ki that is going on right now, okay. It is going on right now. एखादी क्रिया ही आता सुरू असेल तर ते प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस मध्ये, आणि एखादी क्रिया ही सुरू होती असं असेल तर it will be into past continuous. But in both tenses you'll come to know actions were going on. दोन्ही याच्यामध्ये क्रिया सुरू आहेत and we don't know what happened with them. They are incomplete actions. Okay, they were incomplete actions. Okay, so therefore for that reason people use past continuous tense. So first of all, we people will talk about use case of past continuous to describe actions which were going on in the past. Okay, which were going on in the past. They were continuous in the past. So that we people have to understand. And then here we people need to understand the structure. So what will come here, if you think, we have to understand like this. First of all, there is subject, and after subject, what will be there? Can you help me here?
Was and where.
Was where.
Was or where, that you have to choose. Between was and where, you want to make choice of was and where. How to make choice? When to use was, when to use where?
Singular noun was, plural noun where.
Yes, a singular subject, that is was. If it is plural subject, that will be where. Then there is main verb. Main verb is going to be in which form here?
ing.
VING form is going to be used here, and then object is going to be there. But remember, object is not all the time there. It can be there, it may not be there. Okay, like this we people have to understand. All right, and again try to understand this structure that people have mentioned here. It is in which voice? Active voice or passive voice?
Active voice.
Yes, that is an active voice. So we have to consider next part also. So let's see some examples here that people can talk of this past continuous tense. So can you tell me some examples here in this structure?
He was looking a gardener.
They were having lunch.
They were having lunch. Okay. Other people also. One by one, you can try. If two people speaks same time.
She was singing a song.
Yes, he was singing a song.
They were playing cricket.
Mr. Sharma was scolding his daughter.
Mr. Sharma was scolding his daughter. They were playing cricket. All right. Then
We were making a toy.
yes, we were making a toy.
Sir, hello.
Ah, yes, Pratik.
At 6 o'clock. Hello.
Ah, yes, at 6 o'clock. I'm able to listen.
At 6 o'clock, I was eating dinner.
Yes, that is also right. But you just try to mention at 6 o'clock. It should be yesterday at 6 o'clock. You can say like this, maybe because 6 o'clock it does not specify whether it can be 6 o'clock today also. It can be tomorrow also.
Today at 6 o'clock, I was eating dinner.
If it is today, you know that how it can, because we're talking about past, na? So if it is today 6 o'clock, you mean early in the morning?
Ah, yes, sir. Clearly mentioned.
Ah, yes.
It was doing a work.
Doing a work only I listen. I did not get anything else.
We were going to
Doing
school.
a work.
Again, same. We were going and we were doing work, something like that. I got it. But both examples are right. Okay. And from Arya, we have it was raining yesterday. Yes, that's right, Arya.
I was not watching the movie last night.
Yes, I was not watching the movie last night. Yes, that's right, Akshita. All right, here you people got, you're able to make sentences, but let's say we people need to understand that in a variety or different ways we people wanted to use these kind of sentences. So I have taken one example here to describe in that way. So he was singing a song. Help me to make it negative, okay?
He was not singing.
Yes, he was not singing a song. So that became negative sentence, okay? So let's make some questions here. Verbal question, we will make it first of all. So verbal question, yes, no question. So for that, we need some helping verb. So which helping verb we have to use here in the beginning?
Was.
Was. Then subject, he, was, he. Then main verb, singing a song. So that became your verbal question. Was he singing a song? So your question is it, okay? So then you can get answer, yes, he was singing a song. No, he was not singing a song, something like that. But your tone should be different. When it is a question, your tone should be different. Was he singing a song? Like this. Then make this question negative so that we can add a not here. So it is going to become wasn't, okay? Wasn't he singing a song? That became your negative question. So here we people will make some WH questions also. So now you people have to tell me such WH question where you are getting answer he. Answer should be he.
Who was singing a song?
Yes, exactly. Okay, it should be who was. So here we have made WH question also. Who was singing a song? Okay. In previous, I think that tense we have not taken WH question, but you can consider WH questions also here. So you people can tell me such WH question where you can get answer a song. That should be answer.
What he was singing.
Okay, so here you just try to understand whether it is what was he singing or what he was singing, which is going to be right.
What was he singing?
What was he singing? Okay, so that became your WH question again here. Again, you can ask question like this also. What was he doing? Here you can get singing a song. That can be answer again. So this way you people practice some WH questions also. Okay, some WH questions also we people can use it. And again, I think that you people can practice this, but there is much more that we can do apart from this. So all these structures that we people have seen through this example, they are in which voice? They all are in active voice. So now tell me, is it possible to convert past continuous into passive voice here?
Yes, sir.
If we can convert this kind of sentences into passive, how they are going to be passive? First of all, we people use what? Object we people use. Then tell me after object, what we people have to use here?
Was where.
Here we people need to was and where. One out of that we are going to use one. Okay. So after was and where, what will come next?
Being.
Being.
Yes. So here people need to use being. Why you are using being? Because you know that your main verb is having VING form. That VING form should be converted into being, and then here your main verb is going to come. And that main verb is going to be in which form here?
Third form.
V3.
V3 form, past participle. Then your preposition by or your subject, whatever it may be, that is going to appear at the end. Okay. So now according to this, you people just try to convert the sentence here. He was singing a song. How to make it passive here? What is object?
A song.
A song. Then what you'll choose, was or where?
Was.
Because song is singular, so we are choosing was. Then we need to use being here. Then the people No place. What is verb here and which will be the correct form?
Sing, sang.
Sung.
Sing, sang, sung.
Sung.
What is correct?
Sung.
Sung.
Sung. Then preposition by and him will appear here at the end. Okay, so that became passive. Next, we will make it negative. Making negative is very simple. Only not we are adding, and that is with helping verb. Okay, so a song wasn't or was not being sung by him. So this way people can make it negative sentence. Okay. Let's try to make it now question here. Verbal question in passive voice. We want to make it. So we need helping verb in the beginning. So what is helping verb here?
Was.
Was. Then object song. Then being. Then main verb in past participle sung by him. Question mark. Was a song being sung by him? That became your question. And wasn't. We will use wasn't. Okay. Wasn't a song sung by him? That became your negative question. Okay, so this way you people keep practicing different ways, different sentences you people have to use. Here also additionally one more a structure I will like to give you. People just tell me what you are going to understand from this. If it is like this, was, where, and then after that there is V3, which tense? If you're getting any
Past
structure,
continuous in passive voice.
past continuous in passive voice. But here you can see we have already mentioned here past continuous in passive voice. It is what? Was, where, being V3. That is past continuous in passive voice. Here what is it? Only was, where, and V3.
Simple past tense.
Simple past in which voice?
Passive.
Passive. Okay.
Simple past tense in passive voice.
Yes, that's right. Here you people need to refer to back what people have done yesterday, because you may get confused with was and where. You know that was and where is used here also, was, where. But what comes after was, where? There is VING. Here is was, where. What comes after was and where? There is being and then V3. Here is also was and where. But what comes after was and where? There is only V3. So this way people try to understand was, where, VING, past continuous. Was, where, being V3, past continuous passive. Was, where, V3, simple past passive. This way you people try to understand and practice a lot of examples of these structures. A lot of examples you try to make in this category, so that you people will pick it up naturally, and maybe subconsciously people are able to use them. And while speaking, then you don't have problem. You can use any sentence in any way that you want. There you need not to think, or you know that while speaking, how students speak, they do these things in between their communication. So why does it happen? Because they don't know what to make, how to make, what structure they have to use, and so they do these things because they get some time, and in between they are struggling with making structures and sentences and words putting together, and still they are making some mistakes here. Okay, so if we are clear with all those things, if you are clear with all these structures, and if you are able to make some sentences, I'm sure that you'll find less difficulty to communicate, make sentences, and express your thoughts and ideas, because this way you people can use English. Okay, so let me know, do you have any questions about past continuous here?
No, sir.
So we can do also in exclamatory also, no?
Next meet means how?
Exclamatory.
Exclamatory sentence. Yes, yes, that is types of sentences. Yes, exclamatory sentences also we can make. For that we need to use different kinds of sentences. For example, it was a wonderful job. Okay, if this is sentence, it was a wonderful job. But usually, you know that in exclamatory sentences, you'll come to they are coming in simple past or simple present. And if they are, you are going to use in past continuous, you have to be very specifically. If it is, it was a wonderful job, it is not coming in past continuous. For example, if I have to give specific example of exclamatory sentence, how well he was doing. Okay, so that became your exclamatory sentence. How well he was doing, because anywhere it may be exclamatory or it may be any sentences, but you should ensure was where VIG should be there. So here we have was doing, okay, and then it became exclamatory. Okay, but we are not including exclamatory sentences here in examples because you know it has to be usually there in simple present or it can be simple past. So therefore we are not including these examples here.
Okay.
Shall we go to next tense here, past perfect?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, fine. So here also try to understand with past continuous. Sometimes it can be used in combination with simple past also. Okay, simple past and past continuous both are used. For example, he was dancing when he arrived. So here in these two there are two sentences, okay, and two activities. One is arriving, one is dancing. Okay, so here he arrived, that is into simple past, and was dancing, that is into past continuous. So past continuous is also used with simple past, or sometimes past continuous is also used. Another example, he was playing while he was dancing. Okay. So we come to two sentences we people can use with past continuous, past continuous, was playing, was dancing. This way also it is used. Okay. So with this we will go to the next tense here, and that next tense is going to be past perfect. Okay, past perfect tense. So from the perfect, the word perfect, it will tell you that what does it mean. Okay, here also you people can compare simple present tense and past perfect tense so that you can understand it. So when we studied present perfect tense, so that time what we studied it, what we discussed there, when we people want to describe actions which have completed, or actions which are completed but still their impact, their influence is there on the present tense, that time we people use present perfect tense. Then when to use past perfect tense, we people use past perfect tense when we people describe actions which are completed in the long time ago. Maybe their impact, their influence is not there on the present. So they're completed, but they're long time before. Okay, their influence, their impact is not on the present situation. To describe such actions, we people will use past perfect tense. Okay, so when to use, first of all, we'll try to understand this. To describe actions which are completed long time ago. Okay, long time ago, that is very important, and their influence is not there on the present situation. to describe such actions. And here also you'll come to know that past perfect and simple past both are used again together. Only past perfect tense you'll find a very rare example of past perfect tense, but you'll find that past perfect tense is used with combination of simple past. For example, here I can give example like this: the train had already left when we reached the station. Okay, so there are two actions. Okay, there are two actions. Which two actions? Leaving of train is one, and reaching to the station there is another. So when there are two actions, the actions which took earlier, the action which took first, that is into past perfect. So which action took place first here? Leaving of train, that is first action. Okay, and that is in which tense? That is into past perfect. Had left, that tells us this is into past perfect. And second activity, second action is reaching. So we reached the station. So here from this you'll come to know this is into simple past. Okay, this is into simple past. Like this people can understand. So if you're understanding it, let's go to the structure of this tense, and you can help me here to find it out. Subject is there, then after subject what we have to use here?
Had.
Had. Only helping verb is had here in past perfect, that you have to use for singular subject. If subject is singular, had is there. If plural subject is there, had is there. For all subject, had is only one helping verb is there. Then there is a main verb. So main verb is going to be in which form here now?
Third form.
Third form.
Third form, past participle, that will be used, and then remaining part of the sentence will come at the end of the verb. Okay, so this way again try to tell me which structure, in which voice we have this structure, active voice or passive voice, this one?
Active voice.
So this structure we have, it is in active voice. Okay, so like this. Now let's go to examples. So we can discuss some of the examples here. You people can tell me lots of examples here.
I had finished my work.
I had finished my work.
They had left a job from a company.
They had left job. Yes, that's
From a
right.
company.
From company. Okay. From company. Stop that. From company. Because they had left their job.
We had played video game.
We had played video game. Yes.
Ajay had driven a car.
Ajay had drive. Are you using drive? Once again, can you?
Car.
Your voice is not getting it clear. Maybe I will take it like that. Ajay had driven a car. Like this, I will try to understand.
You had informed me.
You had informed me she had gone to school. That's right, Trupti.
I had complete with.
I had completed. Here you need to understand. V3 we are using. Okay. So I had completed my 12th. We had drunk. Okay, Trupti, not drank. Drank is past tense. We want past participle. So we had drunk milk, not a milk.
I had done my computer course.
Yes, I had done my computer course. I had read a book. Yes, that's right, Andesh. Okay, here we'll take this example. I had read a book. That is into past perfect tense. All right. And now we will make it. We'll play with this sentence. Okay. So I had read a book. They had eaten a fruit. That's right, Trupti. So let's make this sentence negative. I had read a book. We want to add a not here. How to add not?
Hadn't.
I hadn't read a book. That became your negative. Let's make a verbal question. For making verbal question, we need to use helping verb in the beginning.
Had I read a book?
Had I read a book?
Yes, that's right, Adeshwal. Had I read a book? That became your question, and we will add not. Hadn't I read a book? Okay. So these 4 sentences, they are for let's say affirmative, negative, verbal question, negative, verbal question. Let's make some WH question. So here you make question where you are getting answer I. You should get an answer I, so that you are making one WH question.
Who had read a book?
Who had read a book? So that became your WH question. You just try to make one WH question. Yes, Adesh, that's right. When had I read a book? Yes, that's right, Adesh.
I had read a book.
No, you should get answer a book. Such question, such WH question. You should get answer a book. For that, you can begin with what? The helping verb had. What had I read? So you'll get answer a book. Yes, that's the right Trupti. Who had written a story? That becomes WH question with past perfect. So next question I have for you. Can we change past perfect into passive voice? Can we change?
Yes, sir. Yes.
We can change it. Okay, so we can change, and let's try to think how to make it. First of all, we are going to use object in the beginning. So after object, what we are going to use?
Had.
Yes, there is going to be had, right? Your object is singular, you will use had. Your object is plural, you will use had. After had, what next?
Been.
Been.
Been. After been, main verb
Third.
in third form, in past participle, which is already there, okay? Which is already here in active structure. There is already V3. The same you are using here, and then your preposition by will come here, and then subject, then full stop. Okay, so these kind of sentences we can find in passive voice of past perfect. So I had read a book. How to make it a passive?
A book
Object.
had been read by me.
A book had been read by me. So that became your passive. Now, very simple, make it negative. Okay? Only not we want to add. A book had not been read by me. Okay. So let's make some question. Verbal question, we want to make it. A book had been read by me. Which is helping verb here?
Had.
And then object.
A book.
A book. Then
Been.
been. Then main verb in past participle.
By me.
That became a question. Had a book been read by me? Okay. And let's add not. Hadn't a book been read by me? So that became your question here. That is negative question. Okay. Yes, that's right, Harish. So this way we people practice, but also try to understand what I just told you. That can be used. You'll find maximum examples of this category. It is used with simple past. Past perfect is used with simple past. Okay. So can you tell me example of this category? where it is used, past perfect is used with simple past? Any example of this where it is used like this with simple past? Or no, you're not able to make it. Should I give you another example? For example, I can say the birds had flown away when I opened the window. It's like this. So here we have done with past perfect. Any questions here about past perfect? So let me ask randomly someone else. Amol Zadav, roll number 20. Is it audible, Amol?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Any questions?
No, sir.
No questions. Okay. Ensure that you are maybe honestly you're saying you don't have any questions, because we are not testing you. Nobody. Ashwini Kadam, 24.
No, sir.
Then let me ask Makarand, roll number 36. Are you listening, Makarand? Is it audible? Are you paying attention? Any questions do you have?
No, sir.
Then let me ask Ishwari, roll number 47. Any questions, Ishwari?
No, sir.
And Kunal, any questions, Kunal? 54. Roll number 54. Are you paying attention? Are you able to get my voice? No voice, no response. Let it be. So here I can see 51 students are connected. Hardly might be 10 to 20, 50. How many students are active? There are some students who are inactive. They're connected here and they're not able to speak. It's okay if you're not able to unmute, you can leave this meeting and join back. Then you'll be able to unmute yourself. All right, so let's go to the next tense. I will make this screen clear and we will go to past perfect continuous tense. Okay. So here also you just try to compare. What to compare? Present perfect continuous tense and past perfect continuous tense. Okay. So when we studied present perfect continuous tense, what was there? In that, action started in the past and it was going on in the present. Okay. Action started in the past and it was going on right now. Okay. So that was present perfect continuous tense. Right now it is what? It is past perfect continuous tense. So in this case, you need to understand that action started in the past and it was going on in the past. जे एखादी क्रिया ही भूतकाळामध्ये सुरू झाली आणि ती भूतकाळामध्ये सुरूच होती असं सांगायचं असेल. So for that time we people can use past perfect continuous tense. आणि present perfect continuous tense मध्ये एखादी क्रिया ही भूतकाळामध्ये सुरू झाली आणि ती आता सध्या सुरू आहे असं सांगायचं असेल तर present perfect continuous tense. So that is a difference between past perfect continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense. Okay. So let's try to understand use. To describe actions which started in the past and were going on in the past. Okay, these were incomplete actions. These were continuous actions. We don't know whether they completed or what happened with these actions, but they were going on. They were continuous. Okay. They started in the past and they were going on in the past. In present perfect continuous, they started in the past and they are going on in the present, not in the past. Let's go for structure here. Okay, so first of all, subject is going to be there. After subject, what you are going to use here?
Had been.
Had. Okay, after had, you are going to use
Been.
Been.
been. After been, there is main verb. So main verb is in which form?
ing form.
Been.
ING.
VING form, and after that remaining part of sentence it can be object. Okay, this way we people are going to use sentences in present perfect continuous tense. And tell me, this structure is in which voice? Active voice or passive voice? This one?
Active.
Active voice.
Yes, this is an active voice. Okay, and let's go for some examples. Let's discuss some examples here. Tell me examples here of this structure.
He had been practicing on the ground.
He had been practicing on the ground. When we say he had been practicing on the ground, it was the activity of the past. It started in the past and it was going on. So we don't know whether he completed, if he, what happened with him, but he had been practicing on the ground. Yes, that's right.
He had been starting.
We had been writing a letter.
He had been writing a letter. He had been practicing something. I don't know what are lyrics.
He had been talking English.
He had been not talking English. Yes, that's right. Negative sentence.
I had been trying hard to get a job.
Yes, I had been trying hard to get a job. Yes, that's right.
She had been reading a book.
She had been reading a book. That is also right.
We had been studying since morning.
We had been studying since
Morning.
morning. Okay, usually for morning, if there is not a big span of time, Akshata, we can use it into present perfect. Okay, so it can be we. It can be we have been studying since morning. Okay, but if you want to refer something which is long back, maybe before 1 month, before 6 months, something like that, in that case you can use we had been studying, because
We had been learning in school.
okay, we had been learning
In school.
in school. Okay, you had been making a food. Yes, that's right, Trupti. Then the children had been standing for 4 hours before the guest arrived. Yes, that's right. That's right. That is also possible with simple past. We can use it, Arya. Then Prakash, he had been drinking milk out the carton when mom walked into the kitchen. Okay, so
Sir, can I tell?
Yes, Pratik.
He had been improving your communication skills.
Yes, he had been improving your communication skills. Okay, they had been eating the cake. Okay, all right.
He had written a story.
Yes, that is also right. He had written a story. Okay, we'll take this example because it is with object. He had been writing. It should be what he had written a story. That is not okay. Okay, he had been writing a story. Yes, he had been watching TV. That's right, Ashwini. I had been cutting a paper. Okay. All right. So pay attention to the screen and try to tell me. He had been writing a story. Let's make this sentence negative by adding a not. He had not been writing a story. Anjali tried to be proper because typing is not okay. He had not been writing a story. Then let's make it verbal question. Yes, that is right. He had been trying something. So helping verb we will use in the beginning had, then subject he, then been, then main verb writing a story. Had he been writing a story? That became question. Hadn't he been writing a story? That became your negative question. And here also you can think of WH questions like who had been writing the story, or what had been he writing, or what had he been doing. So these kind WH questions also people can make here out of this. So you just tell me, can we change past perfect continuous tense into passive voice?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
We do not use it. It can be like this. I think that yesterday also you told me like this, something like that, had been being V3, but we don't use it. We don't change it. So we do not use. You can change it, but there is no passive voice of this tense. Like we can use it in communication. So therefore we are not going to discuss that here. So all tenses, all perfect continuous tenses and future continuous tense, they do not change into passive voice. Okay. So here you just think this is into past perfect continuous tense. So here I will put other structures. You just try to tell me which tense you are going to refer. Had plus V3, which tense? Had been V3, which tense? Because here you people are using had in past tense. For all past perfect you are using had, okay? But you try to understand had V3, which tense here? Which tense?
Past perfect.
Past perfect. And which voice?
Active.
Active voice, yes. Now tell me, had been V3, which tense?
Past perfect continuous tense.
Past perfect continuous here already on the screen. Past perfect continuous. Here it is what is? Had been VING. Here what is it? Had been V3.
Past perfect present tense.
Past perfect present tense.
No, sir.
Yes. Adesh.
Present
Adesh.
perfect continuous tense.
Present perfect continuous tense. You are getting confused a lot. Adesh, you told me right. Past perfect. Past perfect. Which voice?
Active voice.
No, it is not active. It is passive. We just studied it. So therefore, I already told you people have to be with pen and paper. Okay. Right now, if you got it clear, you think that is quite simple and I understand everything. But if I'm referring back here, you are getting it confused. Okay. So this is past perfect continuous tense. What comes in past perfect continuous tense? It is had been VING. Here it is past perfect active voice had V3. Here it is past perfect, that is passive voice. Okay, that you have to understand. So make a list of all these, whatever we present tense, all present tense, all structures, past tense, all past tense, all structures, active, passive, everything that you try to mention on one page and try to refer it daily. Every day you just try to look at them, try to make some examples, discuss these examples. When you are alone, you keep thinking about these examples so that you can become it familiar with these kind of structures. Okay. So any questions? Any questions here?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Anuradha.
याची पीपीटी नाही आहे का?
PPT at the end I will use structures. PPT मध्ये only तुम्हाला फक्त जे active चे स्ट्रक्चर आहेत ते PPT ऑलरेडी शेअर केलेली आहे तुम्हाला टीचिंग डायरी मध्ये. त्यामध्ये शेवटची फक्त 3च स्लाइड आहेत 3 टेन्स साठी. So at the end, I will give you everything. So structures, I will make it in one slide or एक whiteboard वरती ये सगळे structures mention करा.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions? खूपच सोपं आहे का खूपच अवघड आहे? What is it? Is it simple or difficult? I don't think that you people are able to digest it in one reading or while referring it once. Okay, you have to refer it again and again, then you people may understand it. Otherwise, right now you feel that it is quite simple, I understood everything, but next day, remember, I'm going to ask you every time. Okay, so you have to be very clear. I will give any structure, like verb structure, I will give like any, it can be present, past or future. You have to tell me immediately which tense, whether it is active or whether it is passive. Like this, I'm going to ask every time. So you people just ensure that you are going to understand it clearly. Today we are going to stop here. If you don't have any questions, we will take attendance and we will close it. The next session, we will finish future tense. Okay, so absent numbers, roll number 2 is absent. Then roll number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 absent. 12, 13, 14, 15 absent. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 absent. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 absent, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51 absent, 52, 53 absent, 54, 55 absent, 56, 57, 58, 59. These are just present numbers. Absent numbers are 2, 11, 15, 28, 42, 51, 53, and 55. These are absent numbers. Okay. If anyone is present, you just tell me that you are present here. Okay, for ISC, we will try to cover as much as possible. जेवढं झालेलं असेल त्यावरतीच ISC असणार आहे. So tense or verb forms will be there for ISC. Otherwise, the same things, noun, pronoun, articles already there. So we will cover that much. Those which we have not done, we will not include here in ISC. So already structure I told, ISC will be of 25 marks and 5 questions, 5 marks. MCQ. So Vishal, you have to ask me. Because मराठी मधून जर तुम्ही विचारलं सर मराठी मधून सांगा तरच मला ते सांगतात. Otherwise, I will try to go with English only. But एखादी नसेल कळत तर त्या केस मध्ये you can ask me. असं सगळंच लेक्चर मध्येच मराठी मध्ये सांगायचं. That I'm avoiding. म्हणजे शक्य नाही वगैरे असं काही नाहीये. शक्य आहे पण you know I'm usually avoiding talking in Marathi. In the beginning itself, I have told you because मराठी मध्ये सांगायचं म्हटलं की we will find that yes मराठी मध्ये खूप चांगलं कळतंय आणि मराठी मध्ये शिकवलं पाहिजे असं मग ते सवय लागून जाते. Rather than we have to make
47.
what 47? Ishwari, what is it? So ज्या वेळेस तुम्हाला मराठीमधून आवश्यकता वाटत असेल तर that time you just ask me. I will explain it in short in Marathi also. But you have to ask me at that time only.
Yes.
Mobile number is already there. I think that in teaching diary you can find mobile number, or if someone don't have, you can note it down. This will be my contact number. You can contact me. Okay, so with this note, should we stop here? Should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you for joining today, and do join for the next session also. Keep studying, keep practicing, and improve your communication.